what it is with the dude? Welcome to the Homies Podcast, man, and welcome to the first official goddamn episode of the Hoops Talk. I got the homie Zoe and I got the homie Dudley in here. Say what up to the peoples and everything, bro.
How y'all doing today, man?
Hey, man, thank y'all again so much for doing this shit with me because I've been seeing a lot of people talking online, a lot of sports analysts and shit, and just quite frankly, I don't think they know what the fuck they're talking about.
Right.
It's good to have two people that actually know basketball and actually can hoop. Because, you know, anybody out here watching this, yes, this 3-on-3 group will bust probably a lot of y'all niggas' asses. I'm just saying, just putting that out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna agree that. I'm gonna agree to that for sure.
We're going to get into these topics today, and y'all going to help me chop these up. So the first one that we're talking about today, of course, is that big-ass 14 trade that just went down with James Harden. So Zoe, because I'm gonna start with you first. Like, how do you think that shit is gonna like shake out? Like, how do you think? Like, what do you think that how they gonna end the season? Is it championship or bust? Like, how do you think that's gonna work out?
Well, I think the biggest question is when's Kyrie coming back? So if he comes back, because I don't know if you guys watched the game yesterday, Harden and KD looked unreal.
Facts.
Yeah, so we know they're going to do their thing, but the biggest issue is they lost a ton of depth by making this trade. So, and that was with the assumption they were going to have the big three. So if they don't have their big three, they're fucked. They lost their starting team. They're starting DeAndre Jordan, who isn't that great anymore. They lost Karis LeVert, who it looks like they were going to lose him anyway because he has some sort of
kidney issue.
Yeah. But yeah, you're losing those two, Prince as well, and they lost somebody else. I can't think of who it was. But yeah, they lost a bunch of depth. So they're going to need all three of them to be out there. So I think once all three of them get out there, if they can get at least 2/3 of the season together playing, I think they'll be an Eastern Conference finalist for sure. And if they gel really well, they could fuck around and end up making the finals. I don't think they're going to beat the Lakers, though. I don't.
What you think? What you think? You think they got? If they fully together, do you think they got it? They got what it needs to beat the Lakers, or not?
You know, even if I'm gonna be real with you. If they're at 100%, it'll be a run for the Lakers. It'll be a run. I'm not gonna say they're gonna beat them. You get what I'm saying? Kyrie's a great player. KD's a great player. You get what I'm saying? And that's even if Kyrie comes back. And James Harden, you already know he got game. So yeah, if they're back, yeah, I see it'll be a nice run, but I don't see them beating the Lakers like a 7-game series.
What factor to y'all? It's kind of a question for both of y'all. What factor thinks what's like the deciding factor to make y'all think they won't beat the Lakers?
It comes down to me. I'm sorry.
No, Sam, I'll let you go first.
Yeah. Now, when it comes down to the Lakers, you have to think of you got 3 great players. Don't get me wrong. You got 3 great players: Kyrie, KD, and James Harden. But you also have to think. Who else is gonna get down there and get dirty? We know James don't play defense. KD is kind of a do-it-all player. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see Kyrie getting down there banging with those big guys. You get me? To me, he's like injury prone. One hard foul to him, he's kind of down. Kyrie, that is. But yeah, that'll be the deciding factor. Big play.
Yeah. Well, for me, I think the Lakers right now already have that camaraderie. They've won. They're coming off of a championship now, and they added some legit pieces so LeBron and AD can come out of the game and they'll still be able to get buckets with the second unit. I just feel like the Nets just aren't going to have the depth to match, and along with that, they don't have anybody that's going to be able to put a body on AD at all.
Big play.
That was one of the things I was saying was my biggest deciding factor. I was like, defense, kind of like what going off with Dust saying and AD. Like y'all niggas ain't got no answers for either one of them motherfuckers. Like y'all a whole. That's a whole lot of buckets with them three though.
Oh, it's a
So
lot
it's
of
just
buckets.
like, but it's just like y'all can't play that Phoenix Sun shit where you just gonna, hey man, we just gonna try to outscore the other team and shit, and we ain't gonna play no motherfucking defense. That shit is not gonna work. Okay, so who do y'all think was the biggest winners? I'm gonna ask you this one first. Though. Who do you think was the biggest winners in this trade? Like out of all the teams, like from the Rockets to the Indiana Pacers to Brooklyn, and who was the other team involved, y'all? The
Cavs.
sport. So who do you think was like the biggest winner? You think out of those teams?
So I think the Nets were the biggest winner because they got Harden. After that, I would say the Rockets for sure because they ended up getting off of Levert, so they got Oladipo, and they have somebody that can just literally plug right in. They still have John Wall, Cousins, Christian Wood who's balling out, and now you have a two guard who doesn't demand the ball, and now they can kind of join together and figure out how they're going to play this season. So I think that's going to be really good. And they have 8 draft picks if you include the 4 pick swaps that they got. So whether they're trying to rebuild or not, they're going to be able to get some pieces
They're going to
going
be able
forward.
to, exactly. Yes, sir. I'm gonna definitely have to give it to the Rockets. First and foremost, with James left on the Rockets, and I feel like any player that plays the game of basketball or any sport, when you come at them and you downplay their game, that actually gives them a chip on their shoulder to actually go a little bit harder. You get what I'm saying? And you have you got great players over there. You got great players over there that can figure it out. And I think what James left in Houston is definitely going to give Houston something to play for this year and actually have a great season. So watch out for them.
Out of everybody in that trade that was involved or all those teams, who do you think this season? Again, it's a question for both of y'all that y'all think is going to that has like the most to prove, and who do you think is actually going to have the better season? Like so, out of Harden, KD, Kyrie, Boogie, John Wall, Victor, all those dudes, who do y'all think has the most to prove, and also who do you think is going to have the better season?
You want me to go ahead?
You want me to go? Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Rockets again. I'm heading off with the Rockets again. I know what Brooklyn has, but like I said, he left that funky odor in the air, and I feel like that brung the Rockets together. If you ask me, on a positive note, I felt like everybody's like, he came out here, he smutted our name, pretty much told everybody in the league that we ain't got game, we weak. He don't want to play with us. You get what I'm saying? So that right there, I feel like that's gonna, man, that right there just gives me a rush to go, you know what I'm saying, work on my game. You feel me? Because if Zoe would have came to me and said, hey, I don't even like them, these guys on this team, they can't play, they can't shoot. That would have put you know what I mean? That would have made me like, okay, that's what you feel. That's how you feel about me. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta get in the gym.
You know what I mean? I gotta go get in the gym now. You know what I'm saying? I gotta brush up on my English. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like the Rockets definitely. I feel like they're gonna have a great. I think they're gonna have a great season. I think they're gonna have a better season than Brooklyn. To be honest with
you. Okay. I'm gonna say in terms of who has the most to prove, it has to be Harden because of the shit that he was doing. He came into the season saying, I got to get out of here. I've done everything I can for the squad. And then he left on a horrible note by basically saying, I can't win with these guys. And
yeah,
he said nothing can change my mind, essentially. And I don't know if you guys heard Boogie come out and basically say, like, yeah, man, he basically called us bums.
yeah.
So I think after,
like Jordan said,
yeah, personal right there.
Yeah, after going out like that from Houston, I feel like he has to ball. And when it comes to the playoffs, he's going to have to show that he's more than what he's been showing us, kind of a regular season act. And then once he gets to the postseason, he can't make a shot. He doesn't show up in the big moments.
Yeah.
So now he's going to have the supporting cast that he's asked for. So we'll see how it goes. And in terms of success, I don't know. I think it just depends on how they end up using the three of them in Brooklyn. Because if you go out there kind of how they went yesterday and essentially just run motion the whole game,
Right.
that's not going to work. I think you're going to have to figure out who's going to be the one, and then who's going to take over when one of them goes out, when both of them goes out. That way you can kind of keep a rotation, keeping them all fresh so they can all eat, and then have them all together at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's definitely not gonna work in the playoffs. Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
So,
do y'all think? So when it comes to, do y'all think Harden is with or without any rings or anything? Do y'all think if he stays on the trajectory he's going to be a Hall of Famer? I know this is kind of like a sidetrack to that, but do y'all think if he doesn't do anything or win anything, do you think shit like that will keep him out the Hall, or do you think like regardless because of his numbers, he probably gonna get in?
You want to start? Yeah. Even though I have a lot to say about James, by far he's going to be in. You know what I mean? Alone James Harden. You know, when you hear his name, you think of his phenomenal games. You know what I mean? It's not too much bad that you can hear about James, to be honest. So I don't see why he wouldn't. I don't see why he wouldn't be a first round Hall of Fame or first ballot Hall of Fame. You feel what I'm saying? I don't see nothing holding that back from him.
I also think like some of his postseason stuff has been a little like overblown. So if you look at the last, I don't know, 2 years ago when they played the Warriors, when they had CP and they ended up losing that series, his numbers, his efficiency, he was legit. The team just really wasn't doing much, and they had KD, and they were just overpowered, you know. And then when you look at him the next series, you see Kawhi when he was on the Raptors. Harden had the way better numbers, finished better in the fourth quarter than Kawhi, but Kawhi ended up winning the series because KD and Clay both got hurt.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's looked at in such a great light, but because they won the series, and Harden's looked at like he choked, even though he was going against 4 Hall of Famers and KD and Steph, and you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, the whole nine.
I do think he has had moments where he's like not shown up, or where he just played like crap and couldn't make a shot. That infamous 27 in a row missed threes that year.
Yeah.
Nigga, take it to the paint. Do something else. What the
fuck? But yeah, I think
go right, nigga. Go right.
I think he's a Hall of Famer for sure. Yeah.
So that's I feel like that's good that's good that I'm glad he kind of gave up, because I'm sure he took a pay cut to go to Brooklyn. Because I know Houston's gonna drop the bag on him, but at the same time, I'm like, if he's already a Hall of Famer too, that kind of proves to me that he really wants to win. Because it's like, obviously, if it was the money, you would have kept your ass in Houston. So it's just like,
you'll keep your ass in, man, for sure. Stay.
Question: if Kyrie doesn't come back, let's say Kyrie says, "Fuck it, I'm out." Do y'all think that they still have enough firepower and enough shit? Do you have enough trust in Steve Nash to think that they can still get to maybe a finals with that talent that they have?
Go ahead, so you can take this one.
Not this year. I don't think they'll get out of the East this year if they don't have Kyrie, because if they don't have him as at least whether he's playing or a chip to get more pieces, they're just not going to have the depth. Like you're not going to be able to do enough with KD, Harden, and Joe Harris as your third best player. You're not going to have the defense, and you're not going to have the offensive firepower to sustain multiple players. Exactly.
Nigga said KD, Harden, Joe Harris. You're like, what the fuck? Right. I'm not saying. What you think, Doug? What you think, bro?
To be honest, man, I feel like you got a lot to work on in Brooklyn. coming out thinking that they're gonna have a great run without Kyrie. It sounds good. It sounds good, but in all reality, you got to have pieces to that puzzle. Yeah, you might have a great postseason, like I said, you might have a great season, but when it comes to that finals, I mean to the playoff run and the finals, bro, it's a whole different cloth. You know what I mean? It's a whole different cloth. So, and then you talk about Joe Harris. That man ain't been in that fire before. That man ain't been in that heat. You get what I'm saying? And when you're on that stage, man, I'm telling you, the lights get a lot brighter. You get what I'm saying? And there's no room for hiccups because they're criticizing everything you do out there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, you got to have that.
I like her. He's a great shooter, but yeah, he's just not. Yeah, he's not. You need more people. Who do y'all see beating them? I think that's I guess we go from Zoe there. I go back to you, Doug. Who do you think we see like if Brooklyn don't make it out? Who in the East? Is it Boston? Is it Miami? Is it who beating them?
You know, if it comes down to, I'm gonna really say, if you run either way you go, if you the A seed or the 1 seed, you gonna have a challenge. You get me? Because you got if Boston, say for instance, if you got Boston at number 1 and you come in at 8, you got a problem. You get what I'm saying? Either way, you got a problem. If you plan a 2 seed, so if you at the 2 seed and say for instance you got the 76ers at the 3 seed, and somehow y'all get in there, bro. Either way, it's challenges for y'all. You get me? It's not gonna be no cakewalk. It's not gonna be it ain't gonna be a cakewalk. I feel like every team that you run into is gonna be a challenge because they know who you guys have. You only got 2 players. You feel me? So it's gonna be a challenge either way. Any team they play against in the playoffs is gonna be a challenge.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Bucks, the Sixers, the Celtics. I think if it's just
the whole East.
It's gonna be a fight.
I don't believe in Milwaukee. I don't believe in Milwaukee. Even though they picked up Drew, it's just like I don't fight because I don't believe in Giannis. You go as far as your best player, and Giannis in the postseason just ain't that guy. Like it's like your game is not a postseason. You're not skilled enough. It's like that rebounding, running the floor, Euro and like, yeah, bro, it's more of a half court game in the playoffs. Like that shit ain't available and it's not there. Like I can see Miami or Boston beating them, maybe. Because I feel like they got the shooters, they got the defense, and they got the hard nose enough to be like, all right, we can play with these dudes. But it's like I feel like experience almost would beat a lot of those teams just by Brooklyn. Like I feel like Brooklyn could beat Milwaukee in a series, and I feel like I feel like they could beat. I feel like they could even probably beat. It all depends on how Jason Tatum, how his game goes up this year. But I even feel like they could even beat Boston in a series. Like,
that's a tough battle right there.
If they get Spencer Dinwiddie back, healthy,
he's not coming back this year.
He's not coming back this year.
No, he's out. He's out this whole year.
Yeah. The reason why I'm saying it with Boston is because every year they're figuring it out, and every year they're figuring it out and they're getting that much closer. You get me? Now, once Jason Tatum really know he got go, like he can get a bucket on demand. You get what I'm saying? And he put him together, bro. Then you got Brown. Brown is a great player as well. All these guys are great compliments, and once they learn how to put it all together, they're going to be a championship team to mess with for a long time. Once they figure out how to put it together before it's too late.
All those guys under 25 is Tatum, Brown, and Marcus. Are they all under 25? Or am I tripping?
Yeah. Nope, they're all
I think you're right.
They got Kemba back today too.
What's that?
I said they got Kemba Walker back today too. He was out to start the year, so having him be the 3rd best player on the team,
man,
that's going to be That makes them dangerous.
Yes, sir.
So this is another topic I wanted to talk to y'all about, and actually Zoe came up with this, and I wanted to speak on it. Is COVID, right? So COVID's been impacting all of us in some way, shape, or form, and obviously we've been seeing that it's been impacting the NBA. So I just want to first ask y'all, like, what do y'all see the NBA season finishing this year? Like, do y'all see that shit? Like, because I personally don't think it's gonna finish this year. I think they're gonna cut this shit short. Like, what you think, Izzo?
So I saw the weirdest thing the other day, and it was talking about how Jason Tatum was out due to COVID, right? And I was reading the article, and it said that they were doing contact tracing, but it was because of after the game, uh, like meetings and actually, seeing other players after the game. And then in one of the CDC articles, it said that you can't you can't get, or they cited it as one of the facts around COVID is that you can't catch COVID in the basketball game because you're not essentially in someone's face for 15 minutes. And I was like, that has to be the dumbest shit I ever heard. Because
Word. Is that what they is,
Right?
is that what they came up with?
I'm like, if that's the protocol they're going off of, then they're 100% not going to finish the season. There's already been 15 postponed games, 16 if you count the one tomorrow that's being postponed. I think it's the Wizards and somebody. They have like 6 or 7 guys who are positive right now. I I don't know. I mean, I know once they get to postseason, they're going to definitely have to do the bubble situation again. So I think it's just a race to get to the postseason. So if they can somehow do that, then that'll be their only chance. But seeing that in that article, I was like, this is weird. How
Yeah, they came up with some outlandish ideas.
What you think it does? You think it's gonna finish, or you think they're gonna cut it short, or
They most likely they'll probably get them to about, I'll say probably the next 10 or 15 games and probably cut it short, and then probably trying to come back up with the bubble. To be honest with you, they should have kept the bubble. Um, it worked last year. They finished out the season. I think they should have kept it. But we're gonna see in the next 5 or 10 games. To be honest with you, if they're gonna even keep the season going. But the looks of it, I think they should go back to the bubble if they do cut the season short to give people what they want to see. But as of right now, it looks like it.
speaking of the bubble, let's talk about boring COVID shit. 'Cause you know this is my shit now. You know, I'm a Lakers fan. I know,
Okay.
bro. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking ridiculous that this nigga LeBron, shout out LeBron. We fuck with LeBron over here on Who's Thought. I just want to be clear with that. LeBron,
Yeah,
I fuck with you,
we
man.
do.
Only time you will hear me ever criticize LeBron is just basketball play. Outside of that, the man's an incredible man. I just want to get that out of there.
That's
And
right,
he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
for sure.
and he's a goat.
Ah! That's a whole nother episode, bro.
We'll talk about
That's
that
a
later.
whole nother. I ain't even gonna get into that with you right now. Hold on. We go. I'm just like, you said that the bubble was the hardest. We talked about this. We talked about this a couple times. I
Mhm.
think that is the craziest shit ever, and I do not agree. And I feel like he's been one of the only players that really say, which like from a business standpoint, I understand why he would say that. Hey man, if more people believe that these championships was harder, that's good for my brand. I'm gonna sell
Exactly.
more shoes, more
Mhm.
LeBron shit. Hey, you're the shit. But I feel like from a Hooper standpoint or just an athlete standpoint, it's like, bruh, playing with you don't have to travel, playing with no crowd, like as especially to a person like LeBron, like where the crowd is on that nigga's head, no
Mhm.
matter where you go. Like yeah,
I'm a
playing without a crowd, I feel like, and not having to travel, those are to me are the two biggest things. And I feel like also with rehab, like nigga tweak an ankle or do something, now you don't have to get on no fucking plane, fly nowhere. So it's like I feel like there was more advantages than disadvantages. I feel but I'm gonna ask y'all that. Like I said, so what you thinking first? Like, what do you think? What do you think it was more advantages or disadvantages?
Um, to be honest with you, I think it was more advantages to be real with you. And the reason why I feel like Brown said it was one for marketing, and also uh, it puts you back in that mental state of being in the AAU circuit. You get what I'm saying? If anybody played in the AAU circuit, they'll get what I'm saying when I say it. Okay, now when you're in the AAU circuit, you have teams that's playing before you. You get what I'm saying? You got teams that's playing before you. And when you have teams that's playing before you, bro, you actually sit down and you get to see firsthand what these guys are actually doing. You get what I'm saying? And when I played my first year walking into it, I'm sorry, it's gonna all add up in a minute. My first year walking into a AAU circuit, bro, seeing uh, Brandon Jennings, seeing DeMar DeRozan, seeing all these guys that are high flying people. You know, you don't get to see these in the game. You don't get to see these. You don't get to see these when you're playing around, when you're traveling. You don't get to have that feeling that's in the gym when you walk in there. You got all these NBA players in here and everybody's watching your craft. You feel me? So you have to figure out something to do differently because these guys are really watching you now. They get to study your game. I don't have to try to watch the game later. You feel me? So it does put you into a different stage on how you have to perform. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like being there is a difference than watching it on TV. You feel me? So that's something I can kind of agree with LeBron with.
Okay, what about you, Zo? So what you thinking? More advantages or disadvantages, bro?
So I actually heard some things that went on in the bubble and kind of how their protocols worked, and it kind of reminded me of jail.
School, bro.
Oh damn! Damn!
Like he's got spread cheeks and shit. Like, yo, what are you talking about? What's going on in the
Bro,
bubble?
it was literally like everybody's in their own room, and then okay, you guys can meet up in the parking lot for 15 minutes to walk around in a circle, so that you guys can to walk around the lot, and then everybody dispersed back into their own individual space. And then it was literally like nothing but ball and then isolation. So I get from the physical standpoint that it's better for you. You don't have to travel. You know what I mean? So you're all in one place. So you can get your treatment there if you need it. And yeah, so of course that's going to be an advantage. But I think like from him, I think he was speaking on a personal experience for him, just the whole isolation aspect, the whole him being, a father and having his kids and not being able to see them for a couple months until the playoffs started. Um, and then I think the fact that everyone gets the same advantage means that if you're the best team and you're supposed to have the advantage from being the best team and having home court advantage, that's a disadvantage for you. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm the number one seed and I'm supposed to have the home court the most out of everybody in the league, and then all of a sudden that's a race. We're all playing on the same court, no crowd, so that lessens the pressure of guys who are either first timers in the playoffs or young cats who are trying to make it that aren't going to get that crowd noise, they aren't going to get that bright lights experience because they're essentially all playing in like an AAU type of environment, like Dudley was saying. That is advantages for everyone, but that's a disadvantage for the team that's supposed to receive advantages.
Yeah,
If that
got you.
makes sense.
Got you.
You know?
But I feel like it's kind of both ways too, because some of those players that played on even like the Lakers, like some of those players had the same, like Alex Caruso, some of these other players that I feel like if the lights were really bright, I don't know how good you would play.
Right.
So it's just like you got players on his team too that ain't never played that deep. Anthony Davis, we never see Anthony Davis play that deep before. What if, yeah, nigga, what if you that crowd niggas play on your head? Maybe you ain't that good. We don't, I
Exactly.
don't, not saying, again, I would put my money that he would still eat regardless, but it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like, it's one of those things where I'm just like, To me, if it's no crowd, it's trash. To me, the crowd is what makes it. The crowd. I feel like 2011 when LeBron choked. If the crowd wasn't there, LeBron would have showed out.
Oh, for sure.
Like they would have figured it out, and he would have showed out. It's just like same thing with the Spurs. When he played the Spurs, it's like, yeah, you're playing great teams, but that crowd, that environment, like I said, like he said, he walked in the gym. He's like, it felt thick in there. It felt like, just like the air different. It's just like, yeah, bro, like y'all know it. Shit, he's like, I was talking to you about that, Zoe. Like, y'all played at Western, man. Like the crowd used to be big in that motherfucker. People standing up, not even enough motherfuckers could even sit down. Like, imagine if nobody's in that motherfucker. Y'all ain't as hyped. You like, this practice now. This is whatever. Like, so it's just like, I don't know. That just makes a big difference. Like,
100% agree. And that's essentially the point I was making, because I know that the Lakers also have players that can get an advantage of not having that pressure. But I'm saying that every team also has the same exact situation.
But
this year and the Lakers this year, I say just play it smart and just be top 8.
Yeah.
Top 8.
So like that sucks because it makes the league less competitive now too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big fact.
Like you just said, if seeding don't matter, cool. I just got to make the playoffs, bro. We can be the 1 or the 8. It don't matter. Like
it don't matter.
Here in the bubble, we good to go. And it's like, and if they take a break like they did last time too, it's like it really don't matter because we taking a whole month-wide break, couple weeks break, then we coming into the shit, so it's way different. Like,
facts.
Do y'all think the COVID shit is going to hurt or help LeBron's legacy?
Helps for sure. You get time. You got to realize you get time. You got more time.
And if he's winning, that is only going to help, no matter the situation.
Exactly.
People will look back at those rings and say they have asterisks by them, kind of like how they did with KD.
They would.
No, just no one looks back at when the Spurs won in '99. They played 50 games. No one looks back at when LeBron won the Miami Heat when it was 60 games. Like, people talk about it right after the fact, like, oh, it was a shortened season. They had an advantage. I think that this is just a fucked situation for all of us. So they're just trying to find a way to get it done, and whoever gets it done gets it done. Like, if Miami Heat won, we'd be shitting on LeBron for losing that championship last year, whether it was COVID or not. So we can't flip flop when he wins and say, nah, bro, this counts less towards the other end.
Personally, I'm a Lakers fan. Y'all all know I'm a Lakers fan. I personally said, I told the homie before the season started, because he's a Clippers fan, I was like, I don't care who wins this year, it's a wash. Like, I don't, unless the fans come back, until the people, like, this shit just feels like I'm watching niggas play at LA Fitness that are really good. It feels weird, bro. Like, I gotta hear that yelling of the crowd. Even when niggas, it's like, just like Reggie Miller, I was watching that 30 for 30 the other day when him and Spike was talking shit. He gave the nigga that just Spike ain't there. It's just like, it ain't even cool. It ain't even like, what you doing, Reggie? Like,
we got a cardboard Spike out there.
Now, that was nasty. That was nasty, by the way. Yeah, that was real nasty.
A little ESPN side note right now. This man Luka just had 30 in the first half. I don't know if y'all watching this. I just got an ESPN update right now. I don't know who he playing, but that boy going doo-doo dub bananas.
You see what's on the screen.
that dude.
You see what's on the screen right now. I was on the duty, so if he dropping 30, I got to figure out what's going on.
First half. I'm like, God damn.
I got to figure out what's going on.
I'm not saying, who do y'all see winning the MVP this year?
I think top 3 right now has to be Jokic, because he is just playing on another level right now. He's leading the league in assists, bro, as a center. And he's putting up like 25 and 12 and 11 Like, and they're getting dubs. They started out slow, but they're getting dubs now. It's still so early though. I think Embiid right now is playing at an unreal level. I think the Bucks can go undefeated and Giannis still wouldn't win. just because he's just because of the postseason lapses
He said go undefeated. That nigga ain't with his shit. That sucks.
And I think Luka is there too. So I think it's
Luka for sure.
I'm thinking Luka's probably going to end up the one getting it, just because he's just a mod. He's a 30, 10, and 10 every night. They got Porzingis back, so they're about to get dubs.
Boy, hey, watch out for them guys, man. Watch out for them guys, man. I'm gonna be real. There's gonna be one person that people are gonna be sleeping on, and I feel like his game is very, very much developed. It's Tim Hardaway Jr. Watch out for that guy, man. Watch out for that guy.
They should trade that nigga, bro. That's literally what I was about to say. I was like, you know what they should get rid of to make this team better? Imagine if they had like a Victor Oladipo. Imagine if they had like a Victor Oladipo or somebody in that spot.
Yeah, but
I don't like Timmy. I like Timmy, but I don't like Timmy.
Yo, he got game, man. He got game.
Out this year.
Huh?
Him or like a DeMar DeRozan?
I'd rather have Hardaway Jr.
The reason why I'm gonna have Hardaway is he's way more crafty than DeMar. DeMar is, and I say it because I know his game, and he is just a lazy player. He's a lazy player, bro. His motor is not. It's not like Tim. You know what I'm saying?
And he needs the ball too.
I'm sorry.
For what?
And DeMar DeRozan needs the ball, which takes it out of Luka's hand, whereas Tim Hardaway can get his off of catch and shoots, off cuts.
He'll get it off the rim for sure. He'll get it off the rim and meet you there. And so,
and he's young too, so if he stays with Dallas, he's just going to grow with Luka and Porzingis, who are both babies still.
Man,
I can say this. He nice. But if a trade come up, that motherfucker's the first one on the chopping block. I can tell you that. Hey, they gonna get rid of
you get rid of him. You get rid of him, and somebody's gonna capitalize, and you're gonna be like, "Why did I get rid of this man?"
It just depends on who you're gonna get. Like if you can get like a Beal for Hardaway Jr. and some picks or something, obviously you do that. You know what I mean? But like it would have.
See? Yeah.
He said, "Bye."
Bye. Like, tell me, I'm about to say that to me would take them. That's good that you said that. So that to me would make them a legit championship type of team. Even though I feel like Timmy's slightly better at defense. Obviously, I feel like just the offensive, he can just get it off the bounce. Like Timmy, Bradley's just all around offensively, he's just better than Timmy. So I'm just like,
Brad. Now you talking about Avery Bradley, right?
No, Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal. My bad. Bradley Beal. Okay. And I'm like Avery. I'm like he got defense. I don't know about all the other things you're talking about.
No. Avery Bradley you can lock up. Even though that motherfucker wasn't playing for us when we needed him, like you'll sit your ass out and sit home. Like,
man, that boy got defense.
Shit. I would have sent him shit. I would have sent the nigga the case. I would have sent him the case, and that's it. Nigga opened it, sad as shit.
You didn't do shit.
And when he opened it, it would have said what you could have had in the ring spot.
Oh man.
I didn't cry in the car.
Man, you don't cry in the car. You don't cry when you open the box.
Oh my God. Yeah, man. Like I said, this is we got so many more conversations, man. There's so much more shit to talk about. This shit is like I said, we gonna be able to do this a lot more. Like I said, I appreciate this. I know we got to get up out of here soon. We probably got like another 5 or so minutes or so. Just one more question. I got like one or two more questions for y'all before we get up out of here. Where
Yeah,
do y'all
sure.
see? Where do y'all see Kyrie? Like, is he gonna be a Hall of Famer?
Now he got the hardware. He has the hardware. And the reason why I say he has the hardware, he played with LeBron. He got a ring with LeBron in Cleveland. That right there shit solidifies his Hall of Fame. Even though we don't know what's going on with him right now. Prayers out to his family. Like I said, we don't know what's going on. It could be anything. But whatever it is, hopefully he'll get back to doing what he loved to do. We'll figure it out there, but he should go down as a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah, I think if he keeps playing, like if he hit arguably like the greatest shot in finals history, if you think about it, like against a 73 win team, down 3-1, you get to game 7 and you hit the shot. And he hit the free throw to put him up 4, which essentially iced the game.
Put him up 4.
He sealed the game. He sealed the game. That's it. He sealed the game. The game was sealed. The last 4 points is his.
Look, it's cool, man. You have to. You can't kill a man because his teammates make shots. Nobody kills MJ when Paxson hits the 3 to win the series, or when Curry hit the 3. You gotta.
It's not about other teammates hitting shots. It's how they get shots and how, like, all those people you named, right? For niggas ain't never had. Kyrie Irving scored 41 points in Game 5, shot 70% from the field. I don't know no sidekicks that are doing shit like that. Like, nigga had over 30 points in the first 3 games. Like, so it's like, I feel like it's not that it's just the level of help. Like, Scotty ain't never done that shit.
Exactly.
But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Shaq was doing, or Shaq and Kobe, like, yeah, they were doing shit like that. But after Shaq left, but after Shaq left, who the fuck on Kobe's team was doing? Powell wasn't doing no shit like that. Like, so it's just like, help is the level of help.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think Kyrie leveled up. He leveled up during that postseason because I don't even think he was an all-star that year, like for the regular season, if my memory serves me. I don't know if he came back from an injury or something, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't an all-star.
That's right.
And after that, bro, it was 2016. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I don't think he was all-star that year. I think he was injured. I think he came back. I'm not sure. You looking it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. So he was an all-star. Yeah, he was an all-star that year. So 2013, 2012, 13, 2013, 14, 2014, 15, 2016, 17, 2017, 18,
so
2018,
16. Yeah, so 15, 16.
Oh, 15, 16. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was the year they won. Yeah, it's crazy. So that like literally put him in the Hall of Fame track alone. That postseason,
for sure.
Dude's a beast. We'll see, man. Hopefully he comes back, but obviously I don't know if he needs help, if he has something else going on that we don't know about. But this whole situation where he just leaves the team, that's like what?
Yeah, we just gonna pray for him and send our blessings towards his family in this way. We don't, like I said, we don't know what's going on with him. You know what I mean?
If it's some hoe shit, I would kill this nigga on the next episode. Next time we talk to y'all, I'm gonna kill him. He went to Duke too. I'm gonna kill him. Hey, I don't like them Duke motherfuckers. No way.
Man,
we fuck with you, Kyrie, but I'll be fucking with Duke.
They privileged.
Dudley. I was talking to Ellis the other day, and I was saying, what if Kyrie just left? What if this was a Nets play, and they said, hey, act like you're just not showing up, so it like ruins his trade value, and they get Harden while keeping Kyrie.
Come on back. That'll be a cold way.
Smartest shit ever. Hey,
Smart. Hey, that's nice. I like the way you did that.
He's already back with the team. I saw that there was a chance for him playing yesterday, but he hadn't fulfilled like all of the days of quarantine from when he went out for his sister's birthday or whatever. But
Yeah.
he's gonna be playing next week, bro. So like, I don't know, man. Like,
that'd be funny as fuck. Cause Kyrie, he got bread too. He like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
I can sit
I'm gonna
out.
make all
but they
that
don't
money.
find me.
I'm gonna make all that money back probably through all types of shit in this contract.
Oh,
Or if
yeah.
you make the playoffs, then they gonna make all that money back. Like, yeah, I'll chill. I'll take a vacation.
If that's the play, bro, we roasting them next. If that's the play, we
The play.
roasting them next year. Okay.
We gotta give them the
that's the
fire
play.
play, bro.
Man.
Hey man.
So yo,
I
that's
appreciate-
both. We praying for him, but if you on some fuck shit, we coming for you, Kyrie.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all so much, man. And this shit was
Respect,
fun as a
respect.
motherfucker. We're gonna do this again every week or whenever y'all free. We're gonna do this and we're gonna put this out to the people. And like I tag all these people that we talked to today, James Harden, Kyrie. We're gonna tag all these people in there. The NBA, we're gonna tag all these people. So yeah, bro. I appreciate y'all again. And I'll check back with y'all next week. And let me know, is there anything else y'all want to tag? Y'all know where y'all can find y'all on Instagram. Y'all want to hit that real quick this one time? Let them know where they can find y'all on Instagram and shit or social medias.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. It's Mac the Great. You know what I mean? We're gonna tag you, you're gonna see it on here. Go ahead and follow up. We follow back.
yep. same for here. It's Zobi for Shobi, man. That's it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, you tag, follow
That's
your boy,
right.
I'll follow him.
That's right.
Until next time.
The page, man, if y'all have it. Yeah, thank y'all for this to the homies podcast. Y'all subscribe to the page. I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all next time. And Zoe, send me over this episode, bro, so we get
That's
this out
right.
to the people.
Respect.
All right, man. Y'all have a great Sunday, man. I'll holla at y'all, bro.
Yes, sir.